This week, a secession within a secession. On the 17th, a new general, as George Henry Thomas becomes Brigadier General Thomas. Yes, he is promoted to Brigadier General. He is part of the Army of the Cumberland, and more specifically, his job is to train new recruits from Kentucky to help subdue the Confederacy. This goes against Kentucky's Declaration of Neutrality, though really neither side is respecting it. On the 19th, a big player in the U.S. military comes out of nowhere. Henry Halleck is promoted all the way from captain to major general. This makes him fourth in line, behind Lieutenant General Winfield Scott, Major General George P. McClellan, and Major General John C. Fremont. This promotion only seems to be based off of the fact that Lieutenant General Winfield Scott thinks highly of him, and he's already a general in a state militia. Will he bring honor onto his rank and promotion? Well, we'll have to wait for the next coming weeks to find out. Also on the 19th, the Battle of Charleston, Missouri. Colonel Dougherty leads the 11th and 22nd Illinois Infantry. For this upcoming battle, he will take 250 men to take on 500 Confederate cavalry. This attack will have the Union break up into two parts, one led by Colonel Dougherty and the other led by Lieutenant Colonel Hart. Now, as the two Union bodies advance, the Confederates are alerted to this development, and their leader sends 200 mounted warriors to slow down the Union advance. The Union waits as the horses continue charging towards them, and then, when they are within good range, unleash a terrifying volley. This scatters the Confederate cavalry, with many of them running to a nearby cornfield to escape the musket fire. Undaunted, Dougherty continues moving forward to the town square. He actually orders his men to the double quick in order to be able to claim it, fearing that the Confederates might hold a defensive position there. He does in fact claim the town square, but it might be a dubious position, because instead of the Confederate cavalry mounting, they just go to more defensible locations around the town square and rain down heavy fire on the Union. This is heavy fire. The Union is able to hold, and are actually able to respond with their own musketry. Colonel Hunter worries that they might be going against him, so he heads out to the cornfield, hoping to rally the 200 Confederate cavalrymen to charge Lieutenant Colonel Hart's men and possibly rout and encircle those who would remain to fight him. He does rally the Confederate cavalrymen and starts charging straight towards Lieutenant Colonel Hart's men's back. But something happens. The back part of Lieutenant Colonel Hart's forces turns to meet him. Yes, in a more desperate measure, Hart has his men face both ways. They unleash another volley, just like the last one, though of course not as powerful, onto the horsemen. This doesn't break the horsemen, but then they unleash another, and another, and the attack on the back is stopped. Colonel Hunter realizes the day is lost. He orders his men to fall back. The Union wins at Charleston. While this is a relatively minor Union victory and certainly doesn't make up for Wilson's Creek, it's still a victory. The Union lose 1 man and 7 wounded. The Confederates lose 13 men and unknown wounded. Colonel Hunter is actually put under arrest by the Confederacy for perceived cowardice and mismanagement of this entire battle. Do you remember last week when the siege of Tubac ended with all of the settlers and militia deciding to lead towards Tucson? Well, they didn't decide to pack lightly for their trip. They took 400 cattle and 900 sheep, plus lots of other livestock. Now, this is a very tempting loot for any sort of Apache raid, so it is unsurprising that this will lead to another fight. When 100 Apache warriors spot the wagon trail coming into Coke's Canyon, they ambush it, charging down, hoping to take it by surprise. But a last-minute cavalry charge from the settlers forces them back. This proves to be very important because this gives time for the wagons to circle up, creating some sort of pseudo-fort. The Apache lay siege to the fort for most of the day. But they, in the end, get tired of this. They have a plan. Move up the hills of the canyon and range down musketry and arrows. This is a great plan, except for one thing. When it comes to ranged warfare, the settlers and militia have them beat. The Apache look, they have 400 cattle, 900 sheep. Why risk it? They decide to retreat. The settlers lose 4 dead and 8 wounded. We don't know how many the Apache lost because as soon as the Apache leave, all the settlers just book it towards Mimbres. On the 20th, a new state is made. Or is it? The Second Wheeling Convention creates a new state, the state of Kanawha, comprised of the 29 counties represented. But 2 of those counties are pretty fairly in Confederate hands, specifically Alexandria and Fairfax. Now, is this legal? No. Union states can't secede from other Union states by just getting a bunch of people in a room and saying so. But Virginia doesn't think itself of a Union state. It's a Confederate state. But it's still not legal there. You can't just secede back into the Union by getting a bunch of people in a room and saying so. So neither side recognizes what just happened. This doesn't stop the Second Wheeling Convention from, disbanding the very next day. So a bunch of people just created a new state with no real boundaries and isn't really part of either country. I think we'll have a long and prosperous lifetime. While battles and new states are fun and all, the real question this week is, what about Sickles? Does he make friends with the Lincolns? Well, of course he does. How could you doubt him? You see, he notices early on that Miss Lincoln is a huge fan of the occult. In fact, Wyckoff is in with the Lincolns, only was able to get in because he was able to woo Miss Lincoln with tales of Romania and magic and the occult there. Now, this does get him invited to more stuff within the White House, and it strengthens his friendship with Miss Lincoln. But where will this go? He wants a political ally within the White House. Will Miss Lincoln be that for him? Well, only time will tell. So this week ends with a minor battle in Missouri, a minor attack by the Apache, a possibly major state, and a very major promotion. But what does this all mean? Will we soon see more major things happening? Or after the 2 major battles of Bull Run and Wilson's Creek, are things going to lie low and take a more minor detail in the entire history? Well, we'll have to wait till next week to find out.
Hello, it's the entire Civil War Week by Week team here. If you like this video and want to see more, you can click here for a playlist of the entire war up till now. If you really liked the video and want to be made alert the second the next one comes out, you can click around here to subscribe. If you liked the video but have problems with commitment, you can click here-ish to watch another video. If you like the video, please like it. And if you disliked the video, well, you're a traitor and I'll link into you as soon as possible.